Today we're diving deep into a topic that could genuinely save your life. We all know the basics of prepping: food, water, a first aid kit. But what about the items everyone else forgets? The things that, when the SHTF, will separate the survivors from the statistics. I've spent countless hours talking to veteran preppers, survival instructors, and even analyzing after-action reports from real-world disasters. What I've found is a consistent pattern of overlooked items. These aren't fancy gadgets. They're fundamental tools that are often forgotten until it's way too late. So grab a notepad, because today we're covering the top 5 most forgotten SHTF essentials and the science behind why you absolutely need them. Stick around, because number 1 might just be the most critical item you're not currently packing. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 5 is something so simple, yet so vital: a high-quality water filter, and more importantly, a way to pre-filter that water. Now I know what you're thinking. I have a life straw, I'm good. And while filters like that are fantastic, they have a limited lifespan. Clogging is their number 1 enemy. If you're trying to filter murky, debris-filled water directly from a river or puddle, your expensive filter will clog up incredibly fast. Scientifically speaking, you're dealing with different particle sizes. Your main filter is designed for microscopic threats, like bacteria and protozoa. It's not designed for silt, sand, and leaf litter. Forcing it to do so is like trying to drain a swimming pool through a coffee filter. It will fail. The solution: a pre-filter. This doesn't have to be complicated. A simple bandana, a t-shirt, or even a specialized pre-filter bag can be used to strain out the larger particulates before the water ever touches your primary filter. By doing this, you're drastically extending the life of your main filter, ensuring you have access to clean drinking water for weeks or even months, not just days. Think of it as a 2-stage system. Stage 1 removes the visible gunk. Stage 2 removes the invisible killers. Dehydration can incapacitate you in less than 72 hours, but waterborne illnesses like giardia or cholera can take you out of commission just as quickly and painfully. So, remember the system. Pre-filter first, then purify. Don't let a clogged filter be your downfall. Alright, let's move on to number 4, an item that is criminally underrated: duct tape. And I'm not talking about that cheap roll you have in your junk drawer. I'm talking about high-quality gorilla-strength duct tape. Why is this so crucial? Because in a survival situation, the ability to repair things is paramount. Your gear will break, your shelter will tear, your boots will split. Duct tape is the universal patch kit. From a purely practical standpoint, its applications are nearly endless. You can patch a hole in your tent or tarp, creating a waterproof seal. You can mend a split pack strap, allowing you to carry your vital gear. You can even use it to fashion a makeshift splint for a broken limb by taping sticks around the injury. Think about the physics of it. A good duct tape has a strong fabric backing and a powerful adhesive. This combination allows it to hold things together under tension and stress. It can create waterproof barriers, fix broken tool handles, and even be used to create cordage by twisting it into a rope. I always recommend wrapping a good 20 to 30 feet of it around your water bottle or a flat card. This saves space and ensures you always have it with you without carrying a bulky roll. It's lightweight, versatile, and can solve 1,000 problems you haven't even thought of yet. When something breaks in the field and there's no hardware store for 100 miles, that roll of duct tape becomes more valuable than gold. Don't leave home without it. Number 3 on our list of forgotten essentials is something that affects your mental state just as much as your physical survival: knowledge, specifically offline knowledge. In our modern world, we've outsourced our brains to Google. Need to know how to tie a knot? Google it. Need to identify an edible plant? Google it. But when the grid goes down, so does your access to that infinite library of information. Suddenly, all those skills you plan to look up are gone. That's why having physical offline resources is non-negotiable. This could be a set of laminated knot-tying cards, a regional plant identification guide, a comprehensive first aid manual, or a book like the SS Survival Handbook. The psychological impact of having this information on hand cannot be overstated. When you're stressed, tired, and scared, your ability to recall information plummets. Your brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for problem-solving and memory, goes haywire. Having a physical book to reference calms your nerves and gives you a clear step-by-step guide to follow. It takes the guesswork out of critical tasks. Instead of trying to remember that YouTube video you watched 6 months ago, you can just open a page. Download maps of your area onto your phone, sure, but also have physical laminated maps as a backup. Batteries die, electronics fail. Paper is reliable. Investing in a small survival library is investing in your own competence and confidence when you'll need it most. Now for our runner-up, the second most forgotten item, proper foot care. This sounds boring, I know. It's not as exciting as a big knife or a fire starter, but I guarantee you, neglecting your feet will end your survival journey faster than almost anything else. In any SHTF scenario, you're going to be on your feet. A lot. Walking, running, hiking, standing guard. Your feet are your vehicle. If your vehicle breaks down, you're stranded. The number one enemy of your feet in the field is moisture. Wet feet lead to blisters, and blisters can get infected. An infected blister might seem minor, but in a world without antibiotics and clean hospitals, it can lead to sepsis and death. So what does proper foot care look like? First, good quality broken-in boots. Never ever bug out in a brand new pair of boots. Second, and this is the part people forget, multiple pairs of wool socks. Wool is a miracle fabric. It insulates even when wet and wicks moisture away from your skin, which is scientifically proven to reduce the friction that causes blisters. You need to change your socks at least once a day, letting the other pair dry out completely, perhaps tied to the outside of your pack. Finally, you need a small foot care kit within your first aid kit. This should include moleskin for hot spots, antiseptic wipes, and a small amount of foot powder to help keep your feet dry. Your ability to remain mobile is your ability to survive. Protect your feet at all costs. And here we are. The number one most forgotten SHTF item. It's not a physical tool. It's not a gadget. It's a plan. Specifically, a written, practiced, and communicated plan. This is, without a doubt, the most critical and most frequently overlooked aspect of preparedness. You can have all the gear in the world, but if you and your family don't know what to do, where to go, and how to communicate when a crisis hits, that gear is almost useless. Chaos and panic will take over. The stress of a disaster floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline, severely impairing your ability to think logically. A pre-established plan is your anchor in that storm of chaos. What does this plan involve? First, a communication plan. What happens if cell service is down? Do you have a designated out-of-state contact that everyone can call or text? Do you have a set radio frequency and schedule for check-ins? Second, a rally point plan. You need a primary, secondary, and tertiary meeting spot. The first should be close, like a neighbor's house. The second further away, like a park. The third should be your out-of-town bug-out location. Everyone needs to know these locations by heart. Third, role delegation. Who grabs the go-bags? Who is responsible for the kids or pets? Who secures the house? These roles must be assigned and practiced beforehand. You need to run drills. It might feel silly, but walking through the steps of your plan on a random Saturday will reveal its flaws. You'll realize the bags are too heavy, the route is blocked, or the kids don't remember the rally point. A plan that only exists in your head is just a dream. A plan that is written down, shared, and practiced becomes a life-saving procedure. It replaces fear with action and uncertainty with a clear mission. In the first critical hours of a crisis, your plan is what will keep your family together and moving towards safety while others are still trying to figure out what's happening. It costs nothing but time, and it is the single most valuable prep you can have. So there you have it, the top 5 things most people forget. A pre-filter for your water system, heavy-duty duct tape, offline knowledge, a dedicated foot care kit, and most importantly, a practiced and communicated plan. Take a serious look at your own preps. Are you missing any of these? If so, now is the time to fix that, not when the sirens are blaring. Thanks for sticking with me today. If you found this information valuable, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense survival content. Stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video.